The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
22 needle. Hey, green. Ready, go.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
97. 36.
A give running left. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Let's get off the field. Mike 8.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And here has a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a play fake. Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. My game. Big stop.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Again, it's Lance. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a third and long. In motion left goes a tight end.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Pause red. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. What's the curl? What's the curl? What's the curl? 29 is the Mike. Mike ready.
Throwing his Lance on third down. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Mike 8. Mike 8. Mike 2. Mike 8. Mike 8. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Grill green. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 8. Mike 8. They get it. Yellow, go. Mike 8. Mike 8. Green jack. Get ready. Get ready.
Lance looks to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
29 is the Mike. Red, cycle. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. 29. Blue, black. 29. Who that? Who that? 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Black shot. Let's go, B. Let's go. All right, let's get this. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Lance looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey from 19 yards away. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flushed out right. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Tua now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
My game. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. Watch the shot. Go red. Motion out of the backfield.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yellow. 42, Mike 42. Hey, pick your game up. Mike 42. Mike 42. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Black 40. 43 rail. Strike it. Ready, go.
A run with Mostert up the middle. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa out to his left. That's complete to his running back, Wilson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left to about the 26 here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tua going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Looking to pass. Tua gets this one to Hill. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try it now with Mostert. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance rolling to his left. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here we go, set, black, 95.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, blue. Red, cycle.
He'll look to throw. Dan's left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Down. Blue 32. Black shot. Hey, green.
Tua on fourth down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Come on, set. 50, green.
Coming to you. Left 3.
Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Trouble, 38.
It's a safety creek.
Ready, go.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Here we go, set. 52 blue.
They're running it. 42 the mark, 42 the mark.
A final shot before half for Lance. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 53 yards. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Sanders now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance forced out to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A handoff running left is Mostert. They find some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school,
And one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
You talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Red cycle.
29 is the Mike 29. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball?
Yellow.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go. 52 blue. Ultra.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Black shot.
The slot man in motion right. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
97.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw again on second down, Lance. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Sanders, kicking off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's Tua. Being chased out left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds.
He's got a man, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 91 yards. And the Niners have got it
get back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the three-score lead. Now it's down to two, but three-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
154 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll drop to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. $51 yards on the punt there. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
181 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jeff Wilson, 50 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a 3-score game now here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Let's go now. 45. White. White blue.
One final try now for Lance. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Again, it's Taylor. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Man open. It's Moss complete. On the move past the 40. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And some space here. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 34 yards. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the 44, Ryan steps away to his left. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Play action, Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Matt Hawk on to punt for Indy. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Black shot.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Hill. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 73 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
7-7, our score after 1. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Second down, another run with Taylor. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run once more with Taylor. And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the gun, it's Taylor. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Rush gets home, down he goes. That time Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Mostert. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 44.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
You come on, 38. Check. Ready.
Running the counter with Mostert. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on third and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see this situation. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Here we go. Here we go. 33. Yellow. 43 rail. Set. Go.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. A handoff running left is Mostert. And a take it down inside the 10. 108 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Gaskin. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Gaskin fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wideout. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So that about as easy an interception as a linebacker's ever going to have.
Yeah, when we use the word easy for them, it never is, right? Because, let's face it, a lot of them aren't blessed with the greatest of hands. But the pressure here, it gets home and forces the ball to hang up in the air. And they come away with the pick.
Running on first down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And going deep for Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brandon Faison. And the Colts are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Colts come to the line, ready to start. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. He's going to let it go again. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan forced out. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Okay, ready? Fight, 97. Sit, mega.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are right back in this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the interception, here's Ryan. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Gets this to his running back, Jeff Wilson. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Tua going to throw. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Gaskin. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.